So this is a presentation that I made up um, a few days ago on surviving social distancing. So this is by me, Jeanette R. Harrison, MPH. So one of the first things you want to do with regard to surviving social distancing is setting a schedule. So you want to have a daily routine, and that includes meals and mealtime, work time or study time, household cleaning. You need some time to be alone because you're really just not used to having all these people around all the time. Time for fitness so that you can stay healthy and also keep in the right mindset, and also have set aside screen time because I noticed a lot of people saying they're going to use the internet and things like that for social distancing. And actually, you want to make sure you have some time away from your screen. And then obviously, it's a great time to have a better sleep schedule. So for meal times, uh, because most restaurants and bars are closed, you can now plan for meals at home. That includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can plan cooking and preparation time. So making a meal at home, it takes at least half an hour or more to prepare your meal, and then also to eat it, and then to clean up after your meals. So to make sure, your countertops and everything are clean. And one of the things I've seen from the World Health Organization, especially, is to make sure that your food, especially meat and eggs, are cooked properly and thoroughly. You also want to make sure that you have work and study time available. So really every day you want to have the same schedule that you would use at work or school. So if you go to school, work Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., then you want to work at home from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day too. And it's the same as if your student was at school. So a lot of schools around here, they were on spring break last week, so they didn't have to worry about their school schedule. But next week they will, and they'll be having school remotely. So you still want to have school from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. or study academic time, and the same as 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. if that's when you went to school. And then also you want to apply the similar break times as at work or school. And a lot of schools provide their schedule for students online. So you can go online and look and see what their school schedule was like every day if you don't know already. So if they had were at school from, like, let's say 8 to 3:30 p.m. and for elementary maybe they had recess at 9:30 or 10 o'clock, then for 15 or 20 minutes, and maybe you want to provide that recess or downtime at home also for 15 or 20 minutes. Or if they were high school students and they had their hour lunch break at 11 to 12, then you might want to provide that hour lunch break from 11 to 12. And having that same schedule at home will help with the transition back to work or school, hopefully later on. Another thing you can do to deal with social distancing is to keep busy at home. And one of the ways to keep busy at home is to clean your house. So cleaning your home reduces risk of disease or spread of disease. So we're not just talking about the coronavirus, but also the flu or any other kind of bacteria like salmonella or anything that might be sitting on your counters. So wiping off your counters and disinfecting gets rid of a lot of viruses and bacteria that might be sitting on your door handles or knobs or cabinets or kitchen counters. One of the things you want to do too, if you can, if it's a nice day, like today, it's a fairly nice day here. It's a little chilly, but it's nice, is you want to open your windows when you're cleaning. And that helps you get fresh air in the house. So your air inside of your house doesn't get stale, because there's something that's called sick building syndrome. So when you keep circulating the same air through your house and you're inside that air all the time, that actually can make you feel unhealthy. And one of the ways you might have noticed, like if you work inside all day and then you're just kind of feeling groggy and tired and you don't feel your best at the end of the day, and then you go outside and like all of a sudden you feel like, wow, I have all this energy. And that's the reason, because you're getting fresh air into your lungs. So also cleaning your house and opening the doors and all of that, it gives you something to do. So you're not at home all day going, oh man, I can't wait until the social distancing is over. Well, now you have something to do every day. One of the things too is you really want to have some alone time. So a lot of people, they're not like me. I'm actually used to being by myself all day, every day. So, and I only have one other person who lives in my house right now. And I don't really see them. So if you're not used to having people around and you're usually at home by yourself all the day, and now all of a sudden your whole family's at home, your kids aren't in school, so they're at home, and maybe your spouse or significant other isn't at work and they're at home, and you're at home, and you're all at home together all the time. That's a lot of together time that you're not used to. So everybody needs their own quiet time every day and their own quiet space. So make sure you take some time to yourself, because this is a lot of changes. There are a lot of changes going on right now, and it's a lot to take in. And you need to reflect on what's going on and all of that. And so take at least an hour every day to yourself. Maybe go sit outside and meditate, or I like to take a long bath, or maybe you can do some reading or go for a walk or work in your yard, or just have some alone time that's just to yourself, so you can reflect on yourself and your personal needs and how you're dealing with everything, because that will make you happier and it'll make those around you happier too. Another thing you want to make sure you do is pay attention to your fitness. So right now you're going to be sitting at home a lot more, and a lot of people I've seen, they're saying, oh, I'm going to watch movies and I'm going to be on the internet and I'm going to take classes online. Well, that's awesome, but also make sure that you get your exercise in. So your exercising reduces stress. So being at home might be causing you more stress, or maybe, your business that you work for closed, or you're concerned about all these other things going on. So that helps you reduce your stress, and it improves your mood. It actually exercising releases hormones that improve your mood and make you feel better. And that it also prevents overindulging. So when you exercise, you actually produce a hormone called dopamine, and dopamine helps you keep from overeating. And so if you've ever noticed, like, you exercise and then you come home and you're like, well, I don't really feel like eating that much, and that's the reason. Another thing is you don't want to have contact sports, because that would be involve touching, and you want to make sure you're walking, biking, or hiking, or gardening, or I've seen people, if they have their own pool, swimming, not in the public pool, but if you have a private pool, and if it's warm enough where you live, and you can garden and do yard work and play with your dogs. Or if you're a soccer player, like I was thinking earlier today, that you could get your soccer ball out and practice drills. Or if you're a basketball player and you have a basketball hoop in your driveway, then you can practice taking shots, or whatever it is that you want to do at home, just as long as you're not having a contact sport with somebody else. Screen time is a great way to stay connected with somebody else. And one of the things that public health experts are saying is reminding people that social distancing isn't psychological distancing. So you don't want to stay psychologically distanced from the world, or become socially disengaged. And one of those ways to stay engaged is through screen time, so through your computer or through your phone. And you want to limit your time, though, every day based on your personal needs. So if you're normally on the computer all day, like I am, from like 8:30 to 4 o'clock, and that's normal amount of screen time for you, then that's fine. But you also don't want to have like a huge increase in screen time either, because that's not going to be good for you, and you're going to get into the routine of looking at the screen when you're not used to it. And the same way with your phone. Make sure you have some time every day, at least an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, where you're not looking at a screen. And that way it's better for your eyes, and it's also better for you to process everything. Because when we're looking at a screen, things come at us really quickly, and it takes a while for us to process that. And finally, I want to talk about sleep. Sleep this is a really great time actually to get caught up in your sleep because you people aren't going to be having that extra commute time. You're not going to have to get up and get in the car at 6 o'clock and drive downtown. Like here where we live, it takes about an hour to drive downtown during rush hour. And so if I left at 7, it would take me until 8 o'clock to get to work. So I wouldn't have that hour in the morning and in the evening. So that would give me extra time to sleep. And so try to go to bed close to the same time as usual every night. So I usually go to bed between 10 and 10:30, and then I try to get up between 6 and 6:30. I don't always, but I try to get up at those times. And so a good night's sleep is usually at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep for adults, and it varies depending on age range and your activity level. And so, like I said, try to wake up the same time every day. And if you're getting tired in the afternoon, it's okay to take a short nap. So, like let's say you feel that afternoon lull after you eat lunch, and a lot of people do because their blood sugar starts dropping after they've eaten a big meal, and maybe you just feel tired and you want to take a little siesta, and that's fine to do that. So take a little short nap in the afternoon for 15 to 30 minutes or however long, but just make sure it's short, not you don't want to sleep for a couple of hours because then you're going to be tired later on in the day too, or you're not going to get the kind of sleep that you want at night. So yeah, it's okay to take a short nap in the afternoon because this is a great time to do that, to really just, give your body a chance to relax. So I just want to tell everybody, I hope that you are doing okay and are doing well with the social distancing, and that you make sure you stay connected with your family and friends and your work and keep a schedule, and everything will be okay, and we'll be through this sooner rather than later. Have a great day. Take care.